Hi everyone, my name is Eliza and this is Eliza's Bookshelf. And today I want to go over this new bingo board that I made for January, as well as my TBR for all of these prompts. So the bingo board is called New Year, New Reads, and I picked a total of like 8 prompts as well as 1 free space to jumpstart your reading for the new year. So let's get started. The first one is new release, and for that one I picked Age of Vice by Dipti Kapoor. This is a new release. It's actually coming out tomorrow, so I have 2 days to finish it. I've already started and it's very interesting, intriguing, and thrilling. I won this off of Instagram through the mystery book club run by a bunch of bookstagrammers, and they're really nice and they pick a lot of great books to read every month. This is gifted from them, so thank you so much. This is about the age of vice, where things like money, pleasure, power, they're everything. You have New Delhi at 3 a.m. and this guy comes crashing through and kills a bunch of people who were just sleeping on the floor, one of them being like a pregnant woman, so it's very sad. But who is behind the wheel? It's this guy who's like a servant, and so the question is, did he really kill these people or was he put there to cover up for someone? And someone actually mentioned in our group chat that, you know, it sounds a lot like this actor, this really famous actor, and what he went through years ago. I looked it up. It was like early 2000s. And so, yeah, I don't know if this is actually based off of that story, but it sounds really familiar. And yeah, I'm so excited to finish this one. Okay, so let's see. I don't even remember my own bingo board. Next prompt is new author, and I picked this book, The Fortunes of Jaded Woman by Carolyn Huynh. So I wanted to read this last year and I just never got to it because time got away from me and I just never picked it back up again, but I really do want to read it because it's by a Vietnamese author and I'm excited to read more about Vietnamese culture and stuff like that. I forgot what exactly this is about, but it says, in this heartwarming, humorous novel, a family of estranged Vietnamese women cursed to never know love or happiness reunites in a series of events precipitated by a psychic's startling prediction. Perfect for readers of Jonathan Tropper, KJ Del Atonia, and Kevin Kwan. So I've never read any of their books, but I did watch Kevin Kwan's movie, what is it, like Crazy Rich Asians, and I liked it. So this is exciting to read about. It's like a family saga of sorts, I think, and a lot about psychic and bad luck. And I like that because it just reminds me of Vietnamese culture. I'm sure a lot of other cultures have this too, but I remember when I went to Vietnam with my family years ago and I lost like a lot of money. A lot of money for a little kid or a little high schooler. I lost like $100, and instead of like helping me look for it or asking around, they got a psychic involved and it was just crazy. But yeah, I'm excited to read this one. Next is a new book rec, and this is basically any book recommendation that your friend or family or whoever recently gave you. And I am picking up The 7 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. So Daphne recommended this to me, you know, when we were on Instagram at the end of last year, just asking for a lot of book recommendations, like 12 recommendations for the 12 months of 2023. And so she recommended this one. She also recommended another one. I forgot what that is, but I saw that Sam is reading it this month as well. So I'm excited to get into this with them. I actually read a lot about this a long time ago when I saw a lot of people picking it up, and so I also forgot what this was about. I just remember it being very interesting. I just never got to it. So Evelyn Hardcastle will die every day until Aiden Bishop can identify the killer and break the cycle. But every time the day begins again, Aiden wakes up in the body of a different guest. I don't know, it reminds me of Clue, but basically Aiden is in a different guest's body, and so he's trying to figure out who killed her, and I wonder if he's gonna be in the body of the killer. Some of his hosts are more helpful than others. This actually sounds really amazing. I don't know why I never picked it up yet, but my husband got this for me for the like 25 days of Bookmas. I'm excited to get into this one. The next one is newly acquired, and basically I have like full shelves upon shelves of newly acquired books. This is basically a book that you got in the past year. And I got a lot of books last year. I am actually picking a book that I'm supposed to read off of NetGalley. I'm kind of behind on those, so this is perfect for that. It is called A Guide to Being Just Friends by Sophie Sullivan. This is number 3 of the Jansen Brothers series, but it's actually the first book that I'm reading from her and in this series, so I hope it's okay. It is marketed as a Harry Met Sally meets 500 Days of Summer romance. And so it's really cute. I think these two people who are really not in the market of being in a relationship come together, and initially they're just friends, but they, you know, can't fight their attraction and stuff like that. I talked a little bit about it before in my other video, but basically she's like a chopped salad type of restaurateur. And what is he? don't know what he is, but I'm excited. I really love friends to lovers type of romance. So that one is actually coming out soon, I believe. It's coming out January 17th. So I have like, you know, a couple weeks to put in my review on NetGalley. But yes, I'm excited to tick off one of the boxes here. Next square is a free space. So that's a freebie. And so the next one is a new to you author. And a lot of these books that I already mentioned can meet this prompt, but I'm trying to do like, you know, one book to cover each prompt. And so I picked, what did I pick? Oh, I picked Claire McIntosh, The Last Party. And I got this as a book of the month pick sometime in the last year. So I really need to get started on my book of the month reads this year. You know, they upped it to 15 books to get a badge this year. So they're really pushing us to get those reads in and also to buy their books. I don't know. So this is The Last Party. It's also, I think it's like a locked room mystery. Everyone, from what I remember from reading it, everyone goes to this party, someone dies, they're trying to figure out who done it. So if you haven't read a book like that, there's a lot out there. But basically on New Year's Eve, Reese Lloyd has a house full of guests. His vacation homes on Mirror Lake are a success, and he's generously invited the village to drink champagne with their wealthy new neighbors. But by midnight, Reese will be floating dead in the freezing waters of the lake. On New Year's Day, Fionn Morgan has a village full of suspects. So it's not like a locked room mystery per se, but everyone goes to this party and the host of the party dies and everyone in the village is a suspect. So my bad, it's not a locked room mystery, but the cover is just so pretty. Okay, next one is a new cover. So basically any book that has recently got a cover makeover. And for that one, I have chosen Queen of Shadows by Sarah J. Maas. And this whole series is getting cover makeover, and I forgot when it's going to be released, but it's sometime this year. So I'm counting this. Sarah J. Maas is just always trying to get hundreds and hundreds of dollars from me, it seems like. But this is their miniature edition, and I have the whole series in this miniature edition too. I have like 3 box sets. I have the paperback as well. Oh my gosh, I just keep spending money. And so they're coming out with new covers this year. And I'm probably gonna buy them all sometime or another, but the new covers are pretty. I just have to practice some self-control, I feel like. But I did a reread of the series, or I started a reread of the series last year, and I just never finished it. I stopped at Heir of Fire, and I was like, I got my fill of Rowan, and so I stopped there. But I do want to finish the series because the whole series is just so amazing, and I don't really remember what happened in the 7th book, and so I'm doing a whole reread so I can just experience it again. But this is number 4 in the series, if you're not counting like the novella, the prequel or whatever. And yeah, I mean, sometimes if I want a book to bring with me and I don't want to carry a heavy book, I just bring these miniature editions with me. It's like a little Bible of sorts. It's like really thin papers, really small font, and you want to strain your eyes, you can read this. But I just love it because it's a tiny little book that you can put in your purse. But yes, I am choosing this for my new cover prompt because I do want to continue the series, and this is where I left off. Okay, so what is the next one? Next one is new genre, and I was kind of struggling with this because I don't know if I just want to put like general adult fiction in this genre because I don't typically read that. I normally read just like romance, mystery thriller, and sci-fi fantasy. So I don't really branch more outside of that, but I do pick up a few, you know, just general adult fiction. But I really wanted to push myself out of my comfort zone, and so I'm picking something that is nonfiction. It is How to Day Trade. And I bought this book last year because my whole family is like really financially literate. They know a lot about money, investing and stuff like that, and I don't. I just go to work in the medical field. I come home and I read books. I play with my kids. I don't know anything outside of the medical field. I'm really pushing myself to be more financially literate and more aware of where my money is going in terms of investment, because my job does like help us do investments, but I don't really know much. So I wanted to learn more about it and figure out where my money is going. So yes, I picked this one. It's just like an introductory course in like day trading. So very short-term, not long-term trading. That's what I'm really interested about, but we'll see. We'll see. One of my goals this year is to be more aware of my finances because, you know, student loans are gonna be unpaused anytime now. And so I just wanna be prepared. Next one is new book from a favorite author. And this prompt was really hard for me too because like all the books that are my favorite authors, I've already been like updated on all of their new reads. And so I was trying to figure out someone who I can read their newest book. And so I got Sarah Pierce's The Retreat. I did not know that this is actually a part of a series. So her first book I read, The Sanatorium, was, I remember liking it. I can't tell you the details, but I remember really enjoying it. And I just love the covers to these books. It's just so eerie and atmospheric. And so The Retreat is actually number 2 in the series, the Detective Ellen Warner series. Let's see what this one is about. So, deliciously paced with rich world building, The Retreat teems with questionable motives, unspoken frustrations, and hair-raising cliffhangers. I absolutely could not put it down. That was by Sarah Penner, who is the author of The Lost Apothecary, which I did read. Most are here to recharge and refresh, but someone's here for revenge. An eco-wellness retreat has opened an island off the English coast, promising rest and relaxation. But the island itself, known locally as Reaper's Rock, has a dark past. Once the playground of a serial killer is rumored to be cursed. Detective Ellen Warner is called to the retreat when a young woman's body is found on the rocks below the yoga pavilion in what seems to be a tragic fall. But the victim wasn't a guest. She wasn't meant to be on the island at all. When a guest drowns in a diving incident the following day, Ellen starts to suspect there is nothing accidental about these deaths, but why would someone target the guest, and who else is in danger? Ellen must find the killer before the island's history starts to repeat itself. Ooh, so this sounds so good. And I'm so happy that it is a series, and so I can just follow this detective on their different mysteries and cases. So, I don't know why. The synopsis on here is a little bit different than the synopsis on Goodreads, but essentially the same. So you have this retreat, it's like a cursed rock. I don't know why anyone would want to form a retreat there, but here we are, and people keep dying, and you're trying to figure out who did it. So I'm excited for this one, actually. I think I will like it more than The Sanatorium. Who knows? We'll see. So this is The Retreat by Sarah Pierce. All right, so that is my list of 8 books that I plan to read for my New Year, New Reads Bingo Readathon of sorts. Let's recap. I have Age of Ice for new reads. I have The Fortunes of a Jaded Woman for new author, which is like a debut author. For new book rec, I am choosing The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. And for newly acquired, I got, what did I get? Oh, A Guide to Being Just Friends. That's on my NetGalley. The next one is a new to you author. So I picked The Last Party by Claire McIntosh. New cover, so any book that is getting a cover makeover or already has one. I got Queen of Shadows by Sarah J. Maas. New genre, getting into some investments here, so a guide to day trading. And a new book from favorite author, so Sarah Pierce, The Retreat. All right, so that is my January TBR, and that is my new Bingo Readathon. It'll all be on Instagram, and so let me know if you want to join. I'm so excited for this new year of fantastic reads, hopefully a lot of 5 stars. Happy reading. Bye.